when you create this vision, you have an objective tool now that when they miss one of these non-negotiables, guess what? They may have all the shoulds, they may have all the must be nices, but if they're missing a non-negotiable, it's no, right? And so this is so powerful because our emotions can just hijack us when it comes to relationships. It's so easy to get emotionally wrapped up into something. And I want to just encourage you to stay objective with this. I also want you to think of this, like somebody else out there, whether they realize it or not, would be probably perfect for that person. So you don't have to feel guilty or like you don't have to feel like a jerk over breaking up. Cause that's another thing. That's a whole other topic too. You know how, cause like nobody wants to hurt people, but I think it's more likely that you would hurt somebody long-term if you compromise, because eventually that's just going to grow within you. There's someone for everyone.
Yep.
And so you just got to ask yourself, who is it that I really want? Who is it that I deserve? Who is it that I dream about? And you go after that.
Yeah. And so a couple more points about this whole vision process that I want to share with you. One, you got to put it in front of you that you're present to that vision. So maybe you print it out, you see it every day, maybe you read it, because I believe, and you guys might think I'm crazy if you haven't done that already at this particular listening to this podcast.
Everybody already knows, bro. You're fried.
Exactly. But I believe we are all connected in some shape or form. It's almost like we have these little antennas over our heads, and there's making a connection to every single person in the world.
Yeah.
And we're talking about over the 6 billion people in the world. And now some of these connections are stronger, like for instance, like me and my wife or me and my kids are very strong connections. But if you think about it, how many times have you thought about someone and all of a sudden they text you or they call you? Or, you called someone and they say, I was just thinking about you, right? Because I believe they were connected. So when you create this vision and you get present to it and you believe in it, all of a sudden you're sending out these signals for that particular spouse. And if their signal starts to match, I think all of a sudden you start to attract those types of people in your life and eventually end up being in a relationship. So that's number one thing.